from $39.99 a month and 5.
Yeah, the who played for Ireland. The footballer that played for Tranmere Rovers. Why is he dead? A few people's name down, you know, who's over the last 2.5 years. And there's a few people on that list, like he played for Tranmere as well. Oh, that's sad, I didn't know that. But yeah, it's like I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48. It's all in there. You know, anyone who's helped me or been part of this channel for the last 2.5 years. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to play a few tunes if you don't mind. I've just had a nice dinner. You know, I tell you what, it's cold out. You know. Oh, he's not dead. My bad. I want to show you this fucking stick I got. What's this? First, wait to see this, right? Hey, you know, I'm not into selfie sticks. Right? But you see that one there? Honestly, I'm not joking, you guys, right? It goes every fucking angle, right? It extends, right? It's like 3 foot long, look. It bends that way. You know the way sometimes you can't get the right camera angle. So if you put it in like that, right? It's like, and like I said, all you do is press that button. It's like you take that out and you connect it to your laptop. And that's how you get your photographs. Now, I like, look at. In all fairness, it reminds me of something that I held once, many, many, many years ago, in a land far, far away. Into the shoulder. Down that line. But anyway, look at, I like the way the end is. Look, it's like telescopic, right? So, you know, and look how, look at, you know, it goes up to about 3 foot. You know, but they're very cheap. I'll send you a link if you want to get one, you know what I mean? They're only a tenner. And here, they're made very well, they're waterproof. It's like I said, you know what I mean? And this little bit here, you just take out, come on you twat. So you take this little bit out here, right? You see the camera bit? Yeah. And then you put that into your laptop. You know what I mean? And that's how you get you retrieve your photographs or videos. Now, if you don't know, right, so I've made a few videos and sometimes I need a fucking, you know, an extra pair of hands. So that's where that comes in, look. It extends every way, and I'll tell you what, it's one of the cheapest ones you'll get. You know, if you look out there, honestly, see, because of Shein and fucking places like that, Temu and, you know, but like I said, I like this. It goes down, like, you know, it's very compact. You know, like I said, your USB thing goes there, right? It's like all you do is put your lead in there, bang it to your computer. You know what I mean? Bang it back on there, Bob's your uncle. It looks like a razor. You know. But look at here. In fact, here, I feel like playing golf. Come on. Like I said, look how compact it is, and it's like I said, you know, they're well worth the money, you know. They're only a tenner. You know what I mean? Like, they'd be a good little stocking filler, you know what I mean? Like I said, I couldn't believe it the other day when I went on, like, and seeing all the little gadgets and all that they have, you know. I could open up a little shop, you know. I'm not a geek or anything, but there's loads of geek stuff there. Like, you know, the part I like the most is the way it comes over that way. You know what I mean? And it's like, it does the job, you know. Yeah. I think they're sick. Anyway, there's a few people on that piece of paper here that have been around the block a few times, that have been on YouTube, probably longer than even myself, you know, still. Oh yeah, I want to show you something. It's called the 𝕤𝕠𝕓𝕤 vest. Now listen, I don't want anybody to panic, right? It's only a prop, so don't start going all fucking politically correct. This is what you call a 𝕤𝕠𝕓𝕤 vest. We have a fake chopper, but it's not fake Fendi. And here, listen, I'll even put the hat to match it over there. Who's the captain of this ship? Hey, shout out to my mascot, Kaiser and Tweety. Alright. Now, listen, plastic cable ties are no good then. So if you want to go out and do something stupid, whatever you do, don't bring steel ones with you. And whatever you fucking do, make sure the feds don't see this, look. Because that looks like it's armed. Now, all you're short of is... all you're short of is now is a housing unit, a power supply, a timer, a detonator, which we have a trip switch, and a couple of pounds of PE, and we're all going to paradise, brother. Look, I'll even bring roses. You know, but the truth be told, it's only a prop. It's called the 𝕤𝕠𝕓𝕤 vest, cable ties, detonator, and a fucking chopper, which is a prop. Look, plastic. Some people have no fucking... Shout out to Bruce Lee. Maidan. I like glass ass. Okay. Oh. Listen, Shout out to Fergus the Frog. He's here. He's a big Ireland fan. Oh shit, you're not supposed to... Up to the daisies. Star Wars. Like I said, look, I'm a fucking proud Irishman. Shout out to Tommy Shelby. Shout out to Bruce Lee. Oh fuck. I better turn this off. Right, listen, I need to disarm it. Oh shit. Oh no, we're dead. Fuck's sake. Had me fucking panicking there. I thought I was about to go to paradise. I'm not ready. Because there's a couple of things I need to do first, you know, still. Hang on. Whoops, daisy. Hang on, I'll give you a quick glance at that. Like, yeah, there's a few people on there that, you know, I get along with, right? So, still. And here, I want to send the prayer over to Dublin to Mr. Luke G, my pal. He told me today he's having some blood tests, so I'm having some x-rays. X-gays and strays. Yeah, one of them. Just make sure it's properly there. Stay there, will you, Bowsy, or I'm gonna use that fucking fire stick. Or not a fire stick, a fucking selfie stick. Hang on a minute, can you just give me a second? Right, see this fucking selfie stick, mate? Fucking dead. Show you what I mean now. Now, all I want you to do is to stay like that, you big Bowsy. Look what you're doing. Right. I only want to fucking... Come here, let's... Stop messing! This fucking cunt. Here lads, leave it out. Stop messing. Sorry about that for tying someone out, but I'm just trying to do something. Let me see, can we work it out? Oh shit. It's one of them. Come on. I'm just trying to fucking get me things steady, you know. But we have a little problem. Case. Right. Hang on. What happened? Guys, you're gonna have to give me a minute. There we go. We'll stay like that. There we go. Hello. How's it going? Voila. Anyway, shout out to everybody. I'm not far from 2.5 million people. Less than 900 subs away from hitting my target. Shout out to Kaiser. stop messing with you. Anyway, good evening to everybody. I hope you're well. It's really cold out there, you know. I'm sending me prayers over to Dublin for a friend who's going to have a few blood tests. Our Luke, you know, we look after our own. You know, if you're not well, listen, we got a big community here.
What you want to walk out of, what you want to give up on, there is somebody out there that would die to be in your position. And so here's what I need you to ask yourself. Is this problem an issue or is it an opportunity? Some of you, all you've been waiting for your whole life was an opportunity. What if losing your job was an opportunity? What if the divorce is an opportunity? What if the bankruptcy is an opportunity? What if the one you love was an opportunity for you to reconnect with somebody and forgive them? I need you to see the bigger picture. I need you to have a little gratitude. You need to learn how to smile. You need to work out. I know you hate the gym. I know you hate to lift weights. I know you hate cardio. I know you don't like drinking water. I know you don't like taking care of your temple. You think it's the hardest thing to do in the world to commit. But there is somebody who's in the grave today, and if they had another opportunity to live, they would enthusiastically, with great confidence and courage and consistency, do what you hate just to live a little longer. Find the positive. See the bigger picture. Guard your gratitude. The trial, the tribulation, the adversity, the giant is not your assassin. The giant is your opportunity. Are you going to complain in the face of conflict, or are you going to seize the opportunity? I don't care what it is that you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to give, how you're trying to evolve, what you are looking to become. Everything rises and falls on your perspective. Stop complaining about the jealousy and the envy and the backbiting and the person that gave up on you and the person that wasn't present and the person that lied to you and the person that attempted to manipulate and control. I'm not weary, I'm wise. I'm not toxic, I'm triumphant. I see this thing differently. This season that you've entered into did not come to break you. It came to build you. The man or woman God has destined you to be. Change your perspective. Get back up. So from this day forward, 365 days together. No, we can't do it alone, but together we can. Together we can motivate this country. We can motivate this world. Let's love our brothers and sisters. Let's feed the poor.
Amen.
Let's show the world what a true king and queen is. Together we will rise, together we will fight. And if God says, together we will fall. Let's be phenomenal today, kings and queens. This is only the beginning. Because this life is not done with you. Your dream is not done with you. Mistakes turn us all into winners. Mistakes turn us all into perfections. There's going to be days when it seems like it will never happen. The dream will never manifest. The money will never come. The cars will never come. But you gotta fight for something more than material. You gotta fight for the baby. life's not a dream. Get back up. Can you hear me? I said get back up. Because this life is not done with you. Your dream is not done with you.
Focus sharpens. One decision, one...
See, many of us believe that we don't have what it takes. You have multi-million-dollar potential inside of you, and you don't need a dollar to obtain it. It's all inside of you. So some of you like me, I ain't have my daddy. Right, I'm from Chicago, South Side. I had my father in my life. I don't know who my grandfather is. My mom got pregnant with me at 17 years old. I didn't have the people in my life that were supposed to be in my life, so I made some stupid decisions, dropped out of high school, homeless, living in abandoned buildings, eating out of trash can. I promise you, if a speaker came, I was like some of y'all, I wasn't saying nothing, but guess what happened? Guess what happened? Yup, one day I got a why. I got married, I had a son, and everything changed for me. That's why I'm asking you, who do you love? So when people ask me, E.T., why you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Why you putting videos up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning on Instagram? Number one, because I want to be the best that ever done it. Like, I honor my craft. I want Dr. Martin Luther King to look at me and go, that's it, kid. I want Malcolm X to look at me and go, that's it, kid. Just like you got the Hall of Fame in basketball, I want to be the Hall of Fame in speaking. I want all the greats to look at me and go, that's it right there. Number one, I'm competing against everybody else in the world. I'm not mad at them, I'm not against them, but when you number one, you don't have to negotiate with your check. I remember when I was like number 25 or something, they would be like, okay, you gotta fly here, you gotta fly. Now I tell people how I fly. I tell people where I stay, where I don't stay. So number one in the world, what happened? One day I woke up and was like, I gotta do this for my wife. But she called me like, yo, E, I'm lost. I'm like, what you mean we lost? We live in Lansing. You can't be lost. She's like, I'm lost. I got a brain fog. Took her to the hospital, found out she had MS. The doctor was like, look, this is the one thing we can tell you. Stress causes MS. I told my girl, you will never work again. My son, I didn't go to college. When you finish high school and go to Michigan State, I'm cashing you out. I found out I had a gift. I started thinking about what my mom need, what my sisters need, and a lot of y'all, you selfish, flat out. How many in this room? Some of y'all, you good. You don't make it to the league, you tight work. That ain't all y'all. How many of y'all, your mama really need you to go to the league? Let me see your hand. Hands down, I'm gonna say it again. How many of y'all need to move your mama out that neighborhood, and y'all need to put your mama in another neighborhood, and the league is how you gonna get there? Let me see your hand. So what I'm trying to tell you is, while you playing, it might be some cats in the league who really are going, or who do come from privilege, and you like thinking you them. I promise you, I ain't stupid. I ain't Tony Robbins. I don't come from where he come from. I don't come from where Kiyosaki come from. I don't come from where Zig came from. My mama barely finished Dunbar. I'm from the south side of Chicago. I ain't had no safety net.
I'm from the south side of Dublin.
You acting like if you don't make it to the NBA, you got like some second opportunity that's gonna pay you $100 million. How many of y'all in the room right now, your mama got a safety net? So, other than you making it to the league, you got another way where you about to make $100 million. Let me see your hand real quick. For real, because that's what you acting like. Now, if your parents got that, hey, you good. But some of you, your mama ain't got that. So when you hoop from now on, I don't want you to see basketball. I want you to see your mama getting out the hood. So every time you get your handle straight, your mama is that closer to doing what? Every every time you get your character straight, you heard what the man said. He said that they got to choose between the two of y'all. They not choosing the snotty-nosed dude who think he everything, who don't speak to people. You know, when they always pick me, I always ask, why y'all pick me and not the other speakers? They say, because you're easiest to work with. Because when you come, you don't talk down to nobody. You clean up behind yourself. He just said, I'm a grown man. They say you clean up behind yourself. You don't cause problems. Number one, this is not basketball. This is about who? Yourself and then who? Your family. So the day don't feel like working out. It's easy. How do you get motivated? How you get pumped up? You think about mama and that feeling on draft day. And which one is more important? You get some rest or mama coming to the draft? I'm just being real. Which one is more important? So somebody locking you down, you trying to score, they locking you down. Like in your mind, you gotta go, uh-oh, this ain't just about me getting locked down. This about mama not having what? This mama not having what? Food. So at halftime, when coach go back over to something, when you come out, what you gotta do? You gotta kill. I just told y'all, this how my man eats. This how my grandkids gonna eat. He doing his own personal thing. This how we eat. This ain't no
That's
motivational
me
presentation.
saying, well,
This how my mom eat right now. This how my wife never have to go to work again.
So, I'd like to shout out to a couple of people, okay? I'd like to shout out to Pablo. I'd like to shout out to Luke. And Finn. And Chopper. And Spencer McDermott. And Jerry. And Sean Wayne. And Andrew Williams. And Marvin. And Aztec Media. And Mousy. And Richard Dowling. And Got Manners. And Jono. And Ron. And Scott. And Emma. Shout out to Scott, Straight Jacket in Australia, and Emma, you bowsy. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Rob Lee, Ralph's 2010, Tim Leeds, BCT, Benji, Samurai, HBO, Pat Walsh, Flavors, Godfather Boxing, Dennis BDL, Amory, Lena, Louise Don, Christine Saoirse, Eve Quavers, Kieran Hammy, Jordan, J Lucifer, Top G, and on. And I probably missed a couple. But, yeah. There's so many people, you know, that I've been in touch with over my journey on YouTube in the past 7 years. And I tried to take on this channel on my own, do you understand? And it's very hard. You know, like an independent channel. You know, like, because if the truth be told, it's like 6,200 videos. You know, that's an achievement. You know, too many people on YouTube to grow the channel on the back of someone else. And I don't like that shit. You know, you drink your whiskey when it's earned. You don't fucking grow your channel on the back of someone else's. You know, we all need help to grow. And I'll always back me own, you know.
Try to run out of smoke. I wanna see it clearer, beyond the broken mirror. There's something waiting to be found. Falling in a state of mind. What is on the other side? Voices in my head I can't control. Are we forever lost in time? Will we live it all behind? Heading for another life. Searching for the truth we'll never know. Are we forever lost in time? In time.
Yeah, but here guys, see these fucking selfie sticks, get yourself one. They're only a tenner, look. Well worth it. You know. You get a little fucking, a little charger. You know, instructions. It's always very helpful. Honestly, if you're a content creator, get one.
Raise your hands up, raise your hands up.
1, 2, 3. Forgot someone. Ha! It's one of them, isn't it? Anyway, good evening to you all. Anyway, if I've left out anybody, let me know. I'm come to talk with you again, because I see people's names on here, and I'm gonna say Happy New Year to me. Chopper, where you gonna miss you, bro?
In restless dreams I
Anyway, I put a few people down on paper who's been here from the start, you know, so shout out to you, man. Whoa. Six boys. She went through over 15. Bro, I can't condone that kind of behaviour. And all jokes aside, bro, you know, a lot of people have used cars as weapons. You know, yeah, it's a dangerous thing, a car. You know what I mean? Like, if you have intentions to run people over, it's like, that's dangerous. Like, you know, look what happened. We've seen it happen a few times. It happened, I think, in Barcelona, where some geezer in a van just went down a certain street where he knew there'd be a lot of foreign people. Oh, Jesus Christ. Bro, you get me into trouble, you know. Everybody has their views on it, bro. You know, but at the end of the day, if you take the law into your own hands, you're just as bad. Would you not agree with me, bro? No? Listen, I can't tell you what I think, because I get into trouble, right? But, right, bro, that's it. Sorry, but I have to remove you for that. Leave grannies alone. And you can't be running over illegal immigrants either. You know, I don't condone that shit. What's it gonna solve? What's it gonna, you know, it's not gonna do fuck all. You know, like, if you run someone over in your car because they're a certain religion, well, then you're just as bad as the people that you're tarnishing. You can't go running people over. You know, for fuck's sake. You know, Manchester has probably the second biggest camera system in the UK. London being the first, yeah? There is cameras everywhere. And every fucking, all around the area, every second door has a Ring doorbell camera, and a lot of people get caught out, you know, because of cameras. But, bro, honestly, all jokes aside, don't be coming in here talking about running over illegal immigrants and shit like that. You can't be saying shit like that. That's not nice. You know. Like, I've no issue with people coming from war-torn countries. Like, you know, and Islam is a peaceful religion. You know. It's like, it's just a minority of people that fucking... Like, if you're radical, you believe that if you blow yourself up with a few people, you're going to paradise. No, you're not. There's nowhere in the Quran where it says, if you hurt somebody or take a life, you'll go to paradise. Not at all. Like, you get people and they'll say fucking stupid things like, oh, I run over foreigners with a steamroller and shit. You can't say that. You know, it's not politically correct. You know, but I wouldn't even joke about it because a few people have lost their lives over the years. Look at that mad bastard in Barcelona. He went down a certain street, you know, because a certain minority of people would be there. The time he chose, there was a lot of families there as well. And he was just fucking going through the crowd hitting people. You know, like, there's a lot of, like, kids don't do fuck all on anybody. And there was mothers out with their children in buggies, And at the end of it, I just seen on the news, and I could see a pram tipped over on its side, and honestly, it turned my stomach. Like, how can you use a fucking car or a van as a weapon to hit people? You know, like, you get a lot of people that tarnish and assassinate Islam, but hang on a minute, yeah? If you go out and you run people down, then you're just as bad as the people that you're running down. You understand? No, fuck that. That's not nice, you know. Yeah, it's not very nice. Shout out to Saoirse. I want you to listen to something, right? Of 15 minutes and then I'm away, guys. But thanks to the people that come in. Not many people has come in, but I'm gonna go in 15 minutes. But I have wrote down a few people on here. You know what I'm like, you know. Without certain people, your channel wouldn't grow. And we all need help sometimes. You know, because sometimes you can find yourself lost. You know. But I'd like to shout out to Luke, and I hope your blood test. Shout out to Luke. Listen to this, we 15 minutes and then we're gone.
Power, authority, guidance, patience are God's gift to us as men. We have to cherish that, not abuse it. I prayed this morning to be a better listener. Didn't work so well. We're human. You get back up. Yes, I've been high up on the mountain. I've been blessed. That's a slippery slope. And it's lonely up there. You know, people don't know that side of it. We did that. I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
True desire in the heart. Don't do it. Please don't go off. 15 minutes left. Do not do this. My Wi-Fi always does this. Come on, man.
True desire in the heart, that itch that you have, whatever it is you want to do, thing that you want to do to help others.
Shout out to everybody on this piece of paper.
That desire, that itch, that's God's proof to you. Sit beforehand already to indicate that it's yours. Aspire to make a difference. You are what you are.
DJ, fuck.
Somebody, ain't nobody. Never give up. Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency,
You better.
it's not easy. If it were easy, there'd be no Denzel Washington. So,
Pac Man, Mr. Q, Mr. DJ.
striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So,
See how it work.
keep learning, see how it work.
Shout out to Scotland for what he did last night.
While it may be frightening, it will also be rewarding. So you got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
Nelson
Because
Mandela
the chances you
said,
take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said,
there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's
less than the one you're capable of living. Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and
make something. You make sure you have something to fall back on.
I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on.
Make sure you
got
have something to fall back on.
But I never understood that concept, having something to fall on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Fall forward. This is what I mean. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
1,000 failed experiments.
Because the 1,001st
was the light bulb.
Fall forward. Fail big. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be very frightening. It's a new world out there. It's a mean world out there, and you only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to go outside the box.
6,200 videos.
Think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember,
Hey Google, take me to the nearest coffee
Right
shop.
guys, I've like not long and then I'm gone.
but that's a slippery slope. And two ideas. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile
unless you take
unless you
risks.
take risks.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nelson Mandela
Nelson
said,
Mandela said,
there is no passion to be found playing small.
and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living.
Anyways,
I'm
we
sure
haven't
your
got long.
experiences in school
We've
and
like
applying
10
to
minutes
college
and then I'm
picking your major and
gone.
deciding what you want to do with life. I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Fall forward. This is what I mean. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Fail big. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be very frightening. It's a new world out there. It's a mean world out there, and you only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. And they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams.
Everton, come on, United.
Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. I try to give myself a goal every day. Sometimes it's just to not curse somebody out. Simple goals, but have goals. And understand that to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline, which you've already done, and consistency every day, not just on Tuesday and this a few
6,200 videos.
Hard work works.
6,200 videos.
Never see a U-Haul behind a
Name a channel in their circle, DJ. You can't take it with you. The Egyptians tried it and he got robbed.
They got robbed. That's all they got.
Do you know fucking Tutankhamun, right? He filled his chamber with gold, with fucking everything. And he believed that when he'd go to the afterlife, that these riches would go with him. You know, like the Egyptians, don't ask me how the fuck they built them pyramids the way they did back then. It's like the amount of men that must have died on them pyramids. Like 6,000. Cooper, right? Check this out, right? You know the way there's 50 channels in their circle, right, on YouTube, and I'm one of them channels, right? Now, I've done my research already. Now, out of the 50 channels who are monetized, I'm the only one who does not fucking charge people, right? I'm the only one who had my channel monetized and crashed it. Because this was always about getting the channel back. Fuck the money. You know, this is what it's always been about, is getting me fucking channel back. That cunt next door better stop drilling. Because he's freaking me son out. You know, but like I said, listen, I wrote down a few people's name on this, yeah. Like I said, 6,200 videos. He doesn't like, I can hear him, he does not like, you know, fucking, he thinks, it reminds him of the hairdressers. I'm gonna have to say it to him.
And it's not how much you have, it's what you do with what you have. We all have different talents. Some of you will be doctors, some lawyers, some scientists, some educators.
Guys, I haven't got long
some
yet.
preachers.
But thanks for coming in.
The
And we'll
most
talk
selfish
tomorrow.
thing you can do in this world.
Yes, love.
Else. Why is it selfish? Because the gratification, the goodness that comes to you, the good feeling that I
Hey.
get from helping others, nothing's better than that. Well, one or two things, but nothing's better than that. Not jewelry, not big house I have, not the cars, but it's the joy. That's where the joy is in helping others. That's where the success is. And anything you want good, you can have.
6,236
So claim it. Work hard to get it. When you
videos.
get it, reach back. Pull someone else up.
Each one,
Each one,
teach one.
teach one. Remember, just because you're doing a lot more
Doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done.
doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done.
6,236
Remember that. Just because you're doing a lot more
videos.
doesn't mean you're getting a lot more
Fuck off!
done. Don't
I tell you what,
confuse
I'm gonna have to knock on.
with progress.
You know,
My mother told me, she said, yeah, because you can run in place all the time and never get anywhere.
you know.
So continue to strive,
But,
continue to have goals, continue to
I've made
progress.
that many videos. 6,256. There is nobody in our circle on YouTube, in our tiny little corner, that has made more content than me, and that's a fact, bro. And I'm happy with that. That's an achievement. Nah, bro, listen, after a certain time, like it's 7 o'clock at night, I'm gonna knock on, I'm gonna say, excuse me, mate, my son is going to bed, and you're triggering him. Now, can you knock your drill off, or I'll fucking drill me fist through your face? Do you hear him? It's after 7 o'clock. Honestly, I'm getting myself hyped up now, ready? I have 5 minutes on my way. 𝕬𝕠𝕠𝕦𝕥 is my name, and I am not a gay. But there is one thing I'd like to say. Shout out to YMCA. Shout out to Luke. I hope you get a good result in your blood tests. Hey, I don't want to knock on his next door, cause, you know, I'll be like, mate, could you do us a favour? What? Turn your shit off. You know, I don't have parties. You don't hear me fucking going crazy, you know. It's like, I'll do that. Mate, me son is getting upset because of your fucking drill. Now, can you turn it off, please, neighbour? Now, I'm going to post him a Christmas card. It's like, I don't really mix with me neighbours up here. You know, down there, I send everyone a Christmas card. You know, me family does, like, cause it's like, you know, Christmas time, you send your neighbour a Christmas card, you know what I mean? Like, Pablo sends me one every year. And it's a lovely card he sends me, you know, and he's a lovely writer. You know, like, it's things like that that mean more to me. You know, I don't profit off this poxy channel. You know what I mean? For fucking nearly 2 years, I've tried to help everyone else grow their channel.
So to all the Greeks, one last thing. Some say he's better than all the Greeks too.
And it's worked.
And his myrmidon. This will be the greatest war the world has ever seen. We need the greatest warrior.
Are the stories about you true?
Yeah.
Come for you.
I want you to fight and try. This war will never be forgotten. We're not fighting him. Nor will the heroes who fight him. How many sons
I'm gonna write them out properly and get it done. Get a little thing done with everybody's name on it, like a big fuck off sign.
They will write stories about
You know.
victories.
But I'll be back on tomorrow. Listen, before I go, Finn, if you're watching this now, this evening, tonight, you're bollocks. Joke. Nah, listen, if you're watching this now later on tonight, Finn, I hope things have calmed down what you said earlier on when you come in the live. I don't want to mention it in here, but I hope you and have sorted that out. You know, I've a lot of time for Finn, guys, and if you're not sub to Finn's channel, can you do it? If you're not sub to Pablo's channel, can you do it? Look, there's a lot of people on here that I like. Come here, look, there's about 40 people on there, right? But there's 2 of them who I'd like to see get onto their first 1,000 subs. You know, and the 2 of them are dubs, and like one of them is old enough to be me big brother, and one of them is young enough to be me son or me little brother, and I look at Finn that way. You know, it's like I've watched him grow so fucking much, man. It's like him reaching out to his mother and listening to me on that scale. I'm delighted I am, because it's like when you lose your mother, you know, there's no apology, or you can't pick the phone up, you know, because once she's gone, she's gone. Like I lost me mind when me ma died. You know, I'm not going to lie, it destroyed me. You know, I always knew what happened, but I had to hold it all in, because I had 2 little brothers and a sister. You know, my dad was already the man of the house. You know, you don't need to ask anyone that. I am my brother's keeper, and I used to be a road sweeper, and I'm a good friend to have, and my love couldn't run deeper. Anyway, I'm out, you know, and I'm not a peeper. Anyway, shout out to you, man, we out. Yeah, Jack Frost is coming, Night of the Creeper. See you tomorrow, we out.